just keep that in mind that while you're trying to evaluate specific structures, you have to be open to the idea that it could be anything in that path of you pushing. I know we were all taught in school to do palpation as like the first thing after observation. I put it last. And the reason for that is I think palpation is the most specific thing you can do, and you are generally doing it to try and cause pain. And so if you are doing that and flaring an area, your orthopedic tests might now be skewed or a little muddier because now the shoulder is kind of painful. Now the reverse also kind of happens with doing the orthopedic test. Like sometimes you'll flare somebody's shoulder, doing hug up when they've got a partial thickness supraspinatus tear, and now a little bit more things are tender. But I have found that especially students, that when they palpate, it kind of makes them think that, oh, it must be this one structure because when I pushed there, it was painful. And that kind of goes into this idea that I have on the palpation box, right? It's this idea that, okay, I want to palpate the supraspinatus enthesis. So I'm going to push on that spot, and if it's painful, it must be the supraspinatus that is causing pain. And so let's say supraspinatus was tender to palpation. It's like, well, was that the supraspinatus? Was that the overlying fascia? Was that a nerve in the area? Is there bone marrow edema in the greater tuberosity or the cortical leg? Like there's so many other things that you're pushing on, right, that it's like, how is it just the one thing that you thought it was going to be? And so when you're going through and doing palpating, just keep that in mind that while you're trying to evaluate specific structures, you have to be open to the idea that it could be anything in that path of you pushing.
Right.
And so that's why I like putting palpation last, because I think it helps to differentiate, or it helps to separate you from being too confined too early.
Yeah.